This is Patrick here from Team Continental Breakfast with our friend Ben here doing his Ritual Spirit Beast deck profile.
Alright, so to start it off, you have 3 Elder. He's staple. The best thing to do is open up Elder and Kanahawk in your hand. He's really good to get your combo started. And yeah. 2 Wen. I was playing her at 3 for the longest time, and because I thought she was really good. And she is good, no doubt in my mind she's good. But there's been plenty of times where I've drawn into her at 3, and then she's just been dead, like, okay, I have no place. So that's why I bumped her down to 2. 2 Lara, I see a lot of people trying to bump this up to 3, but same thing with Wen. She's really good, but you don't want to see her too early. You want to see her when you need her. For the Spirit Beasts, triple Kanahawk. This guy's your playmaker. He's basically a Gold Sark for the deck. And if you banish something, and like they get this guy off board, and you don't have a play, that's fine. 2 turns later, you get the card back to your hand that you banished. So, Kanahawk. 3 Apelio. A lot of people are bumping this guy down to 2. I don't see why, because the 500 attack boost helps your OTK potential so much better. And he's cute as all hell. Look at that. Yeah, I play 3 of him because he's an 1800 beat stick that can go easily up to a 2300 beat stick. So that's almost as big as Tempest. Double Pink Dolphin. A lot of people are bumping this down to 1 to fit room for other cards. I like this at 2 because my Shaddoll matchup has always been garbage, and it's very hard for Shaddolls to get their combos off if they keep getting the monster they set bounced back to their hand. And then I play Double Penguin. I was only playing him at 1 because I really didn't like him because I didn't want to banish any card from my Exer deck. And then I started testing him, and then I realized his deck thinning ability is really good. So I play him at 2 now. I don't want to play him at 3. I mean, he's a good 1600 attack for a 4-star, but I don't think he's that good at 3. And then 1 Tempest, because if you're not playing this card, I think you're bad. Because he's just literally fodder. If you go your ulti Kanahawk and then you send your 2 back and banish your 2 for Tempest, it's basically a free Kanahawk search, and you get to do it again. Debris Dragon. I see a lot of people not playing this. I'm not playing him for the synchro aspect. I'm playing him for his 4-star level. And this is another reason why I'm playing the Dolphin at 2. Because you summon him, you special summon your Dolphin, and then you go into a rank 4, like your Chidori. He's really helpful with your Chidori plays. Onto the spells. Triple MST. I see a lot of people bumping this down to 2. I don't know why, because Vanities is literally the death of this deck. Triple MST staple nowadays. If you don't play 3, I think that's ignorant. Double Mask Change a second. I don't see why people aren't playing this. You might think me crazy for playing this card, but Divine Wind is too good. And I'll explain Divine Wind later. I'm actually thinking about bumping this down to 1 so I can fit breakthrough skills in. But if you have any opinions on the deck, just leave it in the comments. Double E-Telly. I was playing triple E-Telly for a while, and then I realized triple E-Telly makes my plays dead, and it makes me dead inside. Because the worst thing you do is we open up Elder, E-Telly, another spell or trap, and then another E-Telly. It's the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah, there's not much you can do when you open up that.
No. 1 Bond. This helps your OTK potential so much better. Because there's been times where I'm like, damn, I really need to get another fusion out right now. Oh, let me search out Bond with my ulti Kanahawk. I'll probably bump this up to 2 once the new guy comes out, basically the Herald. Because it says ignoring its summoning conditions, and if it works, you can special summon him with only 2 Spirit Beast monsters instead of all 3 he requires. Gold Stark, staple, he helps your Wen plays. Sometimes I like to gold search my Tempest and then search my Debris Dragon right off the bat. Foolish Burial helps with your Lara plays. Gets your graveyard set up. One book because the Genlock sucks. Raigeki for board clear. Snatch Seal. People sleep on this card, I think, because Snatch Seal has won me games. I've literally Snatch Sealed Necros, Trishula, and then go for game. It's a great card. Some people sleep on it. I don't know why. It's really good. Defissure, because it's anti-meta and you want all your Spirit Beast stuff banished. It's really good. And for the traps, you run Triple Steeds, Staple. This card is searchable with the Ulti Kanahawk. And the best thing about this card is that it doesn't target. So you just basically have to pop everything and without targeting. And it doesn't check the cards you have on the field. So you can go Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, and then chain your Fusion guy. And then you can eventually pop up to 4 or 5 cards on the side of the field after the Chainlink resolves. 3 Ritual Beast Ambush. This card is really good because it's basically like a Bouge Incarnation, but with 2 cards. And it's really good to end phase this, so you can still have all your special summons on your turn. A lot of people are bumping this down to 2. I think it's good at 3. It's worked for me. But again, if you have any comments about the deck, leave it in the comments box. 1 Macro and 1 Solemn. I cut Bottomless and Compulse because I didn't think Bottomless was that good in this deck. And I don't need a Compulse when I already have 2 other ones. The extra deck. 3 Ulti Apelio. I call him Mufasa. He's really good. He's a Star Eater, basically, because when he attacks or is attacked, nothing affects him. The same thing is if you give him the boost with Baby Apelio, he'll go up to 3,100, but then he goes down to 2,600 when he attacks. He's a good card. He's your beat stick of the deck. He's really good. And triple Ulti Kanahawk. He's the searcher of the deck. He's really good. I've actually boosted this guy up to 2,400 before with Baby Apelio. And when you get double searches off of him, it's really good, because if you know, like, the Tamer, Elder, and Kanahawk loop, it's actually pretty good, because you go Banish, Contact Fuse into him, and then you go target my 2 and the Banished, defuse, and then special summon my other 2, and then only one of your targets needs to go to grave for its effect to work, basically. So as long as you have the materials, you can keep doing it. 2 Ulti Petalfin. She's a really good wall. I've actually had people, I've actually set this guy on my second turn, and then they go Dark Hole, and I go okay, and they Dark Hole their whole board. And she's unaffected, but she can't be destroyed by card effects. She's a really good 2,800 beater. And she's really good when you combo her with Divine Wind, which is my next guy. Because if you make Divine Wind and Ulti Petalfin in one turn, they either have to think about attacking over Ulti Petalfin with his 2,800 defense, or blowing up Divine Wind, because he can't be destroyed by battle.
So you're sitting there with a pretty good wall on either side.
Yeah, it's basically pick your poison at that point. Divine Wind, this is the reason for the Mask Change the second. Divine Wind is really good, because a lot of people sleep on this card, I feel, because he can't be destroyed by battle, for one. He's 2,700, which is really good stats for his effects. And when he's face up on the field, only one monster on your opponent's side of the field can attack, so he prevents your OTK. Like if your opponent's playing Cleese and they go Pendulum and then you set him in defense, they can't really do much because only one of their monsters can attack. And if he destroys a monster by battle, you have to draw a card, which this deck needs. It needs draw power. That's why I don't run, Reckless Greeds or Upstarts. So this card's really good. For the XYZs, you go double Lightning Chidori. These things were like $15 when I got them. They're about $30 now, so I'm really glad I got them when I did. This is arguably the best rank 4 in the game currently. just for its on-summon effect. It's nothing beats sending stuff back to deck. Because if they, like, say my opponent has a board and then, you know, they go, like my buddy runs Evil Swarms and he runs Kaiser Coliseum in it. Well, I can go on-summon effect, target one of his set cards, put it to the bottom, detach, put one of the other cards face up on top of his deck. So I know what he's drawing next turn, and I set him back 2 turns by sending 2 cards back to his deck. Really good. The Debris Dragon plays with this are insane. 1 Exciton, because it's Exciton. Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon.
It's a nice ghost rare.
I know, I got it for like $2. It's probably worth about 3 or 4. XYZ Dragon's really good against like big monsters, because as you can see, this deck doesn't have a lot of beat sticks. So what I like to do is I like to bring him out, and then sometimes when I get the chance, I just sap like a Trishula or something, and then he gets all the attack. It's pretty great. Dweller for the Burning Abyss matchup. I don't really go into the XYZ deck that often, but when I do, it's for like really good power plays. And the last one is Daigusto Phoenix. A lot of people are overlooking this card in this deck. It's a win. It requires 2, because there's a lot of 2 rank 2s, 2 level 2s. It's a rank 2. Sometimes I open up Elder, or I'll open up Elder Italy with no way to fusion summon. And with this deck, you want to go second, so you want to get your pokes in when you can. And this card's effect is when you detach, target 1 wind monster you control, it can attack twice. It's a 1500 attack, so if it attacks twice, it's hitting them for 3k. That's some massive damage on your turn, just for free. And I got a side deck. I mean, it's a work in progress. Tell me what you think on it. Like, I accept any sort of criticism, but 3 Puppet Plant, really good against the Necros matchup, Tellar Knights Heroes matchup. It's Warriors and Spellcasters. You discard it, you get to take control of it. I've actually opened up double Puppet Plant against a Necros player. I took his Kaiku and his Unicorn and then went into a rank 4. So he was pretty mad.
I'd be salty if I was him.
Flying Seas for the Burning Abyss and Tellar Knight matchups, or any XYZ spam. Fairy Winds, definitely for Cleese, but I also found they're really useful against Yosenjus, because, you know, they have Gate, Tenki, their Pendulums on board. It's really good against them because, you know, it gets rid of their whole board, and most Yosenju players are main decking Vanities now, so yeah, people overlook siding it against Yosenju. Triple Shadow Imprisoning. I'm really thinking about cutting this. I don't know. I don't see a lot of dark decks in the meta anymore. I know Shadows and Burning Abyss are still alive. That's mainly why I keep it in.
Then you get those rogue Evil Swarm players like me.
Yeah, you get the rogue Evil Swarm players like Patrick. I mean, it's very hard to play when you have Shadow Imprisoning mirror on board for dark players. I run Double Mistake. I sided this in against clearly Necros, but I also sided in against Yosenju sometime because they search like crazy. Shared Rides, I'm really thinking about taking these out just for the fact that they have to search something in order for me to draw one. So if like I do it on a Necros player, I flip it, they can just stop, and then I get my +1. I sided it against Yosenju sometimes too, but they can just stop all their searches really easily if you flip it. I don't know what I would put in over it, but it's a good card. So yeah, that's Spirit Beasts. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. We'll have duels and tips on how to play our decks later. But right now, this is Ben signing off. Stay classy.